the inside. He's still got a big grip on Blazing Saddles.
Luskin Star. A comet flew across the sky.
Coming home at him now, though. Luskin Star tackling Blazing Saddles at the 200, clear of Princess Deliria.
He was a brilliant two-year-old, magnificent two-year-old. I actually, in the year that he won the Golden Slipper, I rode a little horse called Blazing Saddles, whom I'd won the Blue Diamond on, and also the Black Opal. And we went into that race thinking we had a good chance, and I'd hit the front about 200 metres out that day, and I think my best memory of Luskin Star was at around about the 150 to 200 metre mark. There was a shadow went past me. I thought I was in slow motion. I've never seen a two-year-old finish a race off like that. That was an incredible performance.
I'd say Luskin Star's win in the Golden Slipper was the best win I've ever seen. I rode Century Miss before she went to Sydney and she won a Golden Slipper. But Luskin Star, she was a very good filly, but Luskin Star was just in a class of his own. I haven't seen a horse before Luskin Star or a horse since win a Golden Slipper against the best in Australasia the way he did. And I mean, he was in against horses that day that were the best in the land. Horses like Blazing Saddles were very good horses, and he just went past them like they were standing still. And to go to the line like he did, 10 lengths in front of them in a Golden Slipper, I mean, it was astronomical.
Well, at the 3 furlongs, say, I was sort of riding him along a little bit, to sort of hands and heels just to keep up. He was never a horse that really travelled on the bit through a race. He'd just drop the bit and you'd just go along and you'd have to just click him up all the time. Turning into the straight, he just pulled him out 3 and 4 deep and he just went past them easy.
Blazing Saddles, one of the first out, and Luskin Star began very well. So did Pacific Prince. Red Cat beaten for early pace, and so is Bowles there, Snaisco, and King of the Stars a fair way back. Blazing Saddles is going to lead them, and Mistress Anne's gone up on the outside of him and now takes over. And after about 300 metres, it's Mistress Anne a length and a half to Blazing Saddles, a half to Mondiso, close up King's Frolic out wide. Luskin Star's right there in the middle. On the rails, Pacific Prince a length further back. Lloyd Boy beaten for pace, and then Star System on the outside of him. Red Cat is next, and they were followed on the outside by going around them, making a bit of ground. King of the Stars, and ahead of the others, Naisco. Bowles Zest a long way back from Red Cat, and Live On was last. On the bend, 4:50 to go, and it's Mistress Anne in front by 3/4 of a length to Blazing Saddles. 2 lengths away in third place, Princess Deliria. Pacific Prince next on the inside. He's still got a big grip on Blazing Saddles, and he's zoomed to the lead. On the outside, Luskin Star coming home at him now, though. Luskin Star tackling Blazing Saddles at the 200, clear of Princess Deliria. Lloyd Boy running on, but Luskin Star had raced past Blazing Saddles in the closing stages, and Luskin Star is going to win pulling up. Lloyd Boy will get up for second, but a very, very impressive win by Luskin Star is won by 6 lengths. Lloyd Boy second.
Max Lee's the trainer.
Well, I liked him before I seen him before he went to the sales, and I never had no one to buy him when he went to the sales and just passed in. And how I come to buy him then, one of the part owners, John Borkham, come and seen me after the sales and asked me was there any horses passed in that I liked. And I told him about this chestnut colt, and we drove up one Sunday morning to have a look at him, and he brought him there on the spot.
He remembers sending Luskin Star out as a sparring partner for another horse in his stable, Top Wing.
He'd actually was coming up for the Villiers, and I thought he had a good chance in the Villiers, and the other horse was only a 2-year-old untried, and I wanted something to go along 3 furlongs with him, so I put this colt with him, and I told the jockey that rode him to hold him back to the other horse, and it was the other way around. He had to hold Luskin Star back to Top Wing, and I said, well, how good's this horse, you know?
And there was his amazing first-up performance in the AJC Breeders' Plate.
I was very surprised at the ease of his win. I thought he could win, but 15 or 12 to 15 lengths was a big margin.
Then his great win in the Champagne Stakes.
I didn't really want to lead on him in that race, and there's no pace on, so I went to the front, and coming up the rise, one of Smith's horse, I think Kevin Langby's riding it, came up on the outside of me, and I waited at the top of the rise, just let him go, and he just went away and won by 4 or 5 lengths, and that was probably the best win for me for him. I really enjoyed winning that race.
Luskin Star's win in the Champagne made him the highest stakes-winning 2-year-old ever in Australia.
Well, he's the only horse that's ever won those 3 races at that distance. Only 2-year-old that's ever done it. And then we took him to Brisbane, and he won the size in Brisbane and the Marlborough over a mile, and smashed the course record for a mile with 58 in his back. So I don't think there was a 2-year-old that ever would have beat him at that time. After that, I don't think the horse improved any as a 3-year-old. I think he didn't get any better, you know. He was a matured 2-year-old, and and probably was at his top then.
A comet flashed across the sky. Although Luskin Star contested and won more races, he never reproduced the stunning brilliance of his 2-year-old days. He began his 3-year-old career in the Canterbury Stakes and was an unlucky second to Romantic Dream.
Luskin Star stretching out. Now he flattened to Raise Your Glass. It's blue. It's coming to the line. Luskin Star just in front of Romantic Dream. Nothing in it. Head and head they go. And it's near enough to a dead heat.
He then won the Cameron Quality at Newcastle with John Letts in the saddle, and came to Melbourne for the Caulfield Guineas with Roy Higgins
in the
aboard.
straight, guns away the leader. Higgins has got a run on Luskin Star. Out wider is Princess Delaria, but Luskin Star raced to the lead with 200 to go. He's just in front now, but drawing away from Princess Delaria and guns away. And the champ from Newcastle, a length and a half in front. Princess Delaria coming at him. Luskin Star's going to win it. He's not getting away, but he's won it a half length to Princess Delaria.
At his next start, he lined up in the Cox Plate. Letts was again the rider.
You know, coming to the turn, he'd travel well in the run, but at the turn he just couldn't get the distance. But he was an out-and-out champion, he was.
I never ever wanted to make the horse stay because I thought he was too brilliant. And I didn't really want to run him in the Cox Plate, the last run that I gave him. After he won the Caulfield Guineas in Melbourne, I wanted to bring him home then. But Connections wanted to run him in the Cox Plate because he had a lightweight and he had everything against him, but he drew the outside and I just didn't think he was ready to run in it.
Soon after the Cox Plate, Luskin Star was sold to a syndicate headed by international owner Robert Sangster and was transferred to Bart Cummings.
Yeah, well, I knew once they brought the horse that I wasn't going to get the horse to train then. I knew he was going to go somewhere else. And I wasn't actually upset because, you know, I thought I'd had the best out of the horse really because he'd won all them races and it was up to them to try and do more with him then. And they tried to make him stay then and that's where they only buried him back and then run him in the Galaxy. They tried to make him run in the Champion Stakes. They were getting him ready for that, but he just couldn't stay. He was too brilliant.
He had 4 starts for Cummings, winning 3, the Expressway, Far Lap and Galaxy Stakes in the autumn of '78, and was then retired to stud. A comet flashed across the sky, and the memory will never leave us.